The latest. Thank you for all love and support. I appreciate you all. Our all in all, the Savior, the Protector, the Unifier, the Messiah, the King of Kings, the Comforter, the most loved. Captain Ibrahim Traore invited the President of Chad to the anniversary of the festival in Ouagadougou during the weekend. It was so wonderful. It started by Captain Ibrahim Traore sending an official invitation to the President of Chad, Idrisu Dabi, to come and at least be part of this festival, because we are asking ourselves for unity, and if we want to be united, we have to all come together as a people and celebrate everything beautifully. You know, there were a lot of things that took place over there. The cultural dance, the everything, and these cultural dances, some of us don't even see some of these things. It's been long. Some of us don't even know what our cultural dance is. We are used to, you know, Yellow Popo's own, but this one was so beautiful. It took us back to the things that we've left behind. These dances are not just ordinary dances, that they are there to reawaken the African to stand up for himself, to stand up and fight. We have to be brave as a people, fight and do away with oppression, that these people have oppressed us for so long, and it is time for us to stand up as a people and fight for our freedom. We cannot allow other people to come into the continent and suppress us for decades and centuries, and they are still doing it. So it is an awakening call that every African must awaken to stand up and fight. And you know, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are doing what the gentleman club, Ecowas, are not able to do. Even the big gentleman club, that's African Union, for decades that they have not been able to do all the things that they have been saying. This is to be talking, you know, this is what they are always good at. They have been able to come together as a people, have a common passport, a common flag, working on their own currency, and you know, doing everything possible to be free from oppression. This isn't the talking type, unlike these ones that will talk much and do nothing. So we know that Chad currently is also facing threats when they decided finally to kick out Yellow Popo, because Yellow Popo was seeing Chad to be their body. Chad was the last resort. Even France came out openly and said it, that Chad has been their friend, and Chad is the only thing they have left in Africa that they can use to get whatsoever that they want to get. But Chad also realized that no, the time for freedom is now, so we have to take our freedom into our own hands. So Chad also decided to wash its hands out of anything that has to do with Yellow Popo, and Yellow Popo did not take it lightly, so they've started attacking Chad as well. So they have to come together. Now Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are in a unified force, so they want Chad to also come. So they intentionally invited Chad, for Chad to also come and join this big brotherhood that is fighting for freedom. So they have now agreed to form a military cooperation with Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, so that together they fight these oppression.
The two countries have strong ties of friendship and cooperation, and are working together to meet the challenges of security and climate change through summit-level exchanges. This is one of the reasons for the visit of Burkina Faso's Minister of Communication, Culture, Arts and Tourism on Tuesday, January 14, 2025. Gilbert Peguen Windreogo, the government spokesman at the Toumai Palace, is carrying a message from its president. Ken Ibrahim Traore addressed to the President of the Republic, Head of State, Marshal Mohamed Idriss Debitno. With this message, the President of Burkina Faso reaffirms his solidarity with the Head of State and officially invites him to take part in the 29th edition of the Ouagadougou Pan-African Film and Television Festival, FESPACO. Chad has been designated guest of honor at this major event. Cinematographic d'Afrique. According to the Burkina minister, this distinction proves the vitality of the Chadian film scene and the importance Burkina Faso attaches to cultural cooperation with Chad. In his message, the President of Faso began by expressing his closeness and solidarity, and that of the people of Burkina Faso, to his brother, his counterpart, and to the people of Chad, having been selected as the guest of honor at FESPACO. And we have seen that virtually all the media in Chad.
Works in Ouagadougou, 100 dancers. They replicate acts of bravery to the rhythms of various musical instruments. Worldly, a choreography that invites Africans to stand up, to demand dignity and freedom, to break free from cycles of violence. This performance, named Willy, marks the beginning of the festivities of FESPACO 2025. A unique yet deliberate opening for this 29th edition of the largest film festival on the African continent. The ceremony is also political, with the presence of the Chadian president alongside his Burkinabe counterparts. Chad is the guest of honor country at FESPACO 2025, and the two countries are in the midst of strengthening ties. The festival will last a week, during which 235 works from 48 nationalities will be presented. In the feature film fiction category, Burkina Faso is represented by The Virtuous Ones of Aisha Boro and Katanga, The Dance of the Scorpions by Danukuyati.
It is a competition for all the African people. I think today we are in fraternity, and I wish the best to all the participants and may the best win.
My expectations, it's reconciliation. That's the word of welcome, and then I hope it will truly be a reconciliation among the sons of Africa.
Where will the Golden Stallion of Yenenga go this year? The answer will be on March 1st.
This afternoon in Ouagadougou, well before the opening ceremony of FESPACO, the working session between Captain Ibrahim Traore and Marshal Mahmoud Idriss Déby Itno issued a press release that was read by the spokesperson of the Burkinabe government, Perwende Gilbert Ouedraogo. The two heads of state are pleased with their convergence of views on major current issues, such as the fight against neocolonialism and the development of genuine endogenous capacities.
One-on-one meeting between the President of FASO, Captain Ibrahim Traore, and Marshal Mahamat Idriss Déby Itno, President of the Republic of Chad. The working session is then expanded to include the delegations of both countries to address issues of common interest. In the press release that concludes the meeting, the two heads of state express their satisfaction with their convergence of views on major issues affecting the future of their countries. These include the quest for true sovereignty, the fight against neocolonialism, the development of genuine endogenous capacities in strategic areas, and security challenges.
They deemed it necessary and urgent to hold it as soon as possible. The Joint Cooperation Commission aims to strengthen their cooperation framework. They praised the progress made on both sides in the fight against terrorism in all its forms, as well as the measures taken in their respective countries to achieve true sovereignty and restore the dignity of their people. Long marginalized, His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traore, President of FASO, condemned the destabilization maneuvers against Chad and reiterated his unwavering support for the authorities and the Chadian people in their desire to free themselves from imperialism and in their pursuit of harmonious and sustainable development.
Marshal Mohamed Idriss Déby Itno expresses his solidarity and that of the Chadian people with the Burkinabe people in their heroic fight against terrorism. On the regional level, the two heads of state emphasized the need to continue working towards the affirmation of true sovereignty, emancipation, and the sustainable economic and social development of African peoples.
Regarding international affairs, the two heads of state reaffirmed their concerns about terrorism, which continues to threaten world peace, and particularly peace in the Sahel. They praised the remarkable work done by their defense and security forces in the fight against terrorism. They reiterated their firm commitment to continue this fight until the final victory. On the multilateral level, the two heads of state expressed satisfaction with mutual support within international bodies. They reaffirmed their common commitment to continue this momentum of solidarity and to strengthen it. They emphasized the importance of building an ambitious, mutually beneficial cooperation based on respect and shared interest.
The president of Chad, Marshal Mahmoud Idriss Déby Itno, expresses his gratitude to the president of Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traore, the government, and the Burkinabe people for their hospitality and fraternal warmth. He extends an invitation to Captain Ibrahim Traore to make an official visit to the Republic of Chad.
It is high time that we, the Africans, unite, because that is the only way that we are able to defeat them. If not, there is nothing we can do, because these people have devised a means of always succeeding, and that is a divide and conquer, which the African hasn't understood, that the divide and conquer is the problem that we have. It's not about how much we talk. It's not about whatever we do. As long as we are still not under a unified umbrella, there is nothing we can do to defeat these people, and they know that this is the best tool that they have, and they're doing everything possible never to allow that to happen. So Chad, if Chad is going to be on its own to fight Yellow Pawpaw, Chad can never do that, and that was why Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso decided to come together. If not, this alliance would have been a history. If they shouldn't have joined hands by now, we would have forgotten all these things that we are saying. We would have called back into our shells and be mourning and crying and hoping for another group of people that will rise up to see us through. But when they realize that the best thing for us to do is to unite, that's why we are seeing this alliance moving and expanding. So it is beautiful. And when they met, they talk about cooperation, they talk about security, they talk about how we should fight together, and also condemn the people that are destabilizing Chad, because Chad has decided to take its sovereignty into its own hands. This is what we are expecting all our leaders to be doing. Those who are sitting there eating democracy, helping the oppressor to keep getting whatsoever that they want to get, with that always seeing to it that the system that these people created, we are able to do away with them. This is what we are asking all Africans to do. It's not about how much we talk. You know, this is a unified thing. We have Mali, Niger, Burkina, all of them in this festivity. They are there to showcase all that we have. We have to go back to who we are. Some of us have forgotten where we come from. We don't even know who we are, our identity, our culture, our tradition. These people made sure that they took everything out of us. And if truly we want to fight these people, we have to get to know who we are. We have to go back to past and pick who we are. This is the only way we can become strong to fight these people. We are not able to defeat these people because they are still holding on to what they are made of. In Africa, we don't even know who we are, because even the names we carry, it not be our own names now. Even the language we are speaking aren't our language. So this thing that Captain Ibrahim Traore did is beautiful. It is amazing, and we are hoping that Chad will finally join the brotherhood, so that we have 4 of them, and we'll not be looking at the rest of the people that Yellow Pawpaw is still holding on to see the day that they'll finally wake up, because we know under these guys of democracy that they are into, they can never stand up to themselves. Whatsoever that they want to do, because there is a model they are following, they can't do otherwise. And that is why we are saying that we have to break free from all the systems that they've kept, from their religion to their education to everything that they brought into the African continent. Like other people will sit there and tell us that they have been so good. They have never been so good to us. They have only came and robbed us of everything. And it's because we don't know who we are. That is why we are suffering. So this is beautiful. We need to unite. Together, we are able to defeat these people. We have to be ready to fight oppression. That is the only way that we can be free. And until we do that, nobody knows. And we have to support our brothers and sisters who are also doing everything possible in their capacity to get us the freedom that we are looking for. This is all that we are asking for. A unified force. Together, we'll move ahead. Together, we'll make the continent great. Together, we'll stand up and get the freedom that we have and the freedom that we deserve. That people are sitting somewhere because of their selfish interests. They do not want us to be free for them to suffer. And it can be so. Any strong and brave person depends on his strength and whatsoever that they have to be able to take care of themselves. But these ones always want to show how weak they are by oppressing Africa to get the cheap way out. And when they finish, they tell us how big they are. But that's not it. like Russia is doing, showing you the way to do things. I was so touched looking at the dancing, the everything. You know, Africa is beautiful. Everything of ours is beautiful. You can never have this anywhere. Where will you get this? Never. Everything of ours is so special and unique. That's why they hate us. We are grateful to Captain Ibrahim Traore for bringing this thing back to us, for sending us back to where we come from, and making us to adore and cherish who we are. We love you. Long live Burkina Faso. Long live Captain Ibrahim Traore. Long live AES, Mali, Niger. So, united we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing and educating our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa, West Africa, and in Burkina Faso.